Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here with me. I just popped on to have a little chat about what's going on at this moment in time. It's Saturday the 26th of October. Tomorrow is the 27th of October, meaning New Moon Day. New Moon this month is falling on the 27th or the 28th of October, depending on where you are in the world. For us here in the UK, it is officially, I've got it written down. I've got everything written down. And it's in the UK, it is happening at 03:38 on the 28th of October. So early hours of Monday morning, meaning that if you're going to be doing any rituals or anything, you need to be doing them before you go to bed. Everything I will be doing tomorrow night before I go to bed, so that the new moon can work its magic for me. So we are also this weekend celebrating Diwali. It is the Festival of Lights. It is the celebration of good over evil. Now, day 3 falls with the new moon, and it is all about celebrating Lakshmi, the goddess, the Hindi goddess of wealth, fortune, prosperity and beauty. I have read several posts saying that one of the main things to do is to put out a lamp, and then Goddess Lakshmi will reward you with prosperity and abundance. Having looked into it a bit deeper, there's more to the process. It includes fasting, cleaning out your house, so many different layers that are performed throughout the day. So by all means, put out a lamp, just a candle, something to welcome Lakshmi, to celebrate her, to say thank you for all she does for you. But in the proper tradition, there's a lot more to it. Okay, so I'm not going to go into all of that. I'm not Hindu. I do totally respect anyone that does celebrate. I am very much, I embrace every culture. I worship the gods and goddesses regardless of what religion or faith or whatever you want to call it, where they come from. So that's where we're at. In the UK as well, just a quick reminder, tomorrow night, the 27th of October, put your clocks back. So we go backwards in October with our time. So 1 hour before you go, when you go to bed, put your clock back 1 hour before you go to sleep. Make sure you're up on time Monday morning to go to work. Okay. Right, so we are going to jump into the new moon, because this is where I like to be. New moon. New moons are always good for me. I'm always full of energy. Full moons drain me. I was born at the time of a new moon, well, the following day. So I was within that 72-hour period of a new moon. And I think that's why I flourish at this time. So tomorrow, new moon. What do we need to be doing? Charging crystals. As I've said before, although you can't see the moon, the energies are still quite strong in the atmosphere. So just put out your crystals, so that you can gain the be recharged, gain the energy from the moon. Okay, it's a time for saging. That's saging yourself, your home and your workspace. Sea salt bath, always a good one for cleansing yourself. Remember, it's a new moon, so we are getting rid of all the old stuff. We don't want to be taking anything old into this new moon. Okay, we want to be just stepping forward and moving into the new. So having said that, this is a good time to start something new, because if you start something new under the new moon, then it's more likely to last. It's like with your New Year's resolutions. It's sort of like you make a resolution, you've got to do this, you've got to do that, and it dwindles. However, when you start something under the new moon, it tends to stick a bit better. So if you're wanting to join exercise classes, now's the time to do it. Take up a new hobby, take on another job, anything like that. This is a good time to start it. And it's also a good time to have a good clear out. Make sure that your space is nice and clear and clean, ready to go into this new moon phase. And that includes your sacred space as well. So your place where you go to have your time. Okay, my sacred space is here with all my cards, everything that I love all around me. I will be having a good clear out because I've got notes here, notes there. It gets a bit cluttered, so I'll be clearing it all out. If you don't have your own sacred space, then again, this would be a good time to actually create one. Okay, so this is a new moon in Scorpio. Now, Scorpio is very much about death, rebirth, and transformation. So this is a very good time for you to think about recreating yourself. A time to be who you want to be. Now, I'm not talking about recreating yourself as in not doing your healing work, because your healing work still needs to be done. You can't transform yourself and use it as like a band-aid to slap on the wound and it'll be all right, because it won't. You do need to still carry on doing your healing. But this is a time to step into your power and be who you want to be. Personally, for me, I'm getting a massive message to go back to basics. I don't know whether it's the new moon that's doing it or whether it is something else, other planetary aspects happening in the universe. I'm not an astrologer. All I know is that I'm being told, go back to basics. If I'm being told that, then that message will mean it is relevant for some of you out there too. So it's basically just letting me know. It's telling me, stop making life harder than it needs to be. I've been on a massive declutter. I have shifted so much from my house over the past few months, and it is very much, it's like, why have all this stuff which you're having to look after, which you're having to clean, which you're having to move about, this, that and the other? Make your life simple by getting rid of it. Okay, a lot of it was stuff that I had planned on selling because I couldn't make some money out of it. However, it's at the point where I haven't got the time to sell it. It would just be sat around. So I've given it to charity. I have been on the other end where I have been a recipient of charity. So I know that where my stuff has gone, someone will benefit. So just seriously, I'm just feeling, whatever it is, not just household things, routines that you have got yourself into that are literally just, sorry, my phone's frozen there. Oh, am I back? No, it's things like routines that you are doing that aren't necessarily necessary. Just drop it. Don't do it anymore. Don't spend your energy doing things that aren't really required. You need to slimline your life. And that's the message. That's the message I'm getting. I do have my cards here. I'm going to pull a couple of cards. I can't come on and not pull cards, to be quite honest. So I have with me my Queen of the Moon Oracle deck and my Moonology deck. Now these cards I always save for the new moon and for the full moon. So I'm just going to do a quick shuffle. And firstly, starting with the Moonology deck, I'm going to ask for cards relating to the new moon in Scorpio, which is about to take place. What do we need to know? This new moon in Scorpio. And there's one. Is that going to be the only one? Possibly. Looks like it. Okay, so we have got full moon in Gemini. And it's saying the answers you need are coming. So if, like me, you're feeling that this slim line in your life is what's necessary at the moment, you'll be getting your answers soon. I'm feeling I'm needing to slimline because in the very near future I will be extremely busy with whatever's going on in my life. I don't know what aspects of my life I'm going to be busy with as yet. There's a couple of areas, but I'm going to have to watch. But this is saying if you're waiting for answers, you need to know something, then you're going to know it soon. Okay, so just rest assured. I'll just quickly read it from the book. Full moon in Gemini. It says, this card is a reminder that it's important to speak your truth. I'll just hold that there. But remember that your words have consequences and impact your listener. Right now, you need to guard against indiscretion. Okay, so don't go be telling everyone everything. Another thing I've been getting, privacy. I've been feeling this for a long time. Don't be telling everyone everything that's going on. Keep it to yourself until people need to know. Okay. The answers you need may well come soon. The issues you're facing could well be one or a few conversations away from being resolved. If you're inquiring about a love situation, a little flirting may be called for. If you're in the middle of an argument, this card comes to you as a reminder of the old, very non-Gemini message, least said, soonest mended. It's good to talk, but be careful you aren't causing yourself any issues with your words. Words have enormous power. Your word is your wand. You create magic and your own reality every time you express yourself. So it's saying have an important conversation but stay calm. Additional meanings for this card is don't be superficial. Someone is trying to flirt with you. Have you noticed? You need to laugh off this situation and just move on. Job applications have good prospects. So there you go. I was just saying about if you're starting anything, including jobs, now's the time to do it. So that is extra confirmation from the universe that if you're applying for a new job now, a very good time to be doing so. Okay, so I'm going to have a look now at the Queen of the Moon Oracle. I'm going to ask the same question. What do we need to know at the time of this Scorpio new moon? What do we need to know? What messages? I'm not getting very many tonight. Probably because I've had a talk about it. Right, I've just dropped one on the floor somewhere. Okay, and we have self-love. So as always, be kind to yourself, love yourself, put yourself first. With this simplifying your life, I was feeling that it's my time to look after me. I've got children and everything revolves around them. Everything I do seems to be really interwoven with them at the moment. It's not a bad thing. I'm a mum, and as a mum we do let kids take over our lives, but it's time to look at myself and my needs too. So whatever you're doing, I just got the thing about a gym again. So if you're a mum who is spending so much time with your kids, who you are living your life through your kids because there's no time for you to have a life, take the time now to get signed up to a class, be it the gym, be it just time to go to the swimming pool, be it time just to go for a walk. Take care of you. The happier you are, the happier your children will be. Okay, I'm going to read from the book for this one too. And okay, so we have self-love. It says radical self-love is necessary. Empowerment starts from the inside out. Do not compare yourself to others. Start your change with focus and love of self. So as we said, with the new moon, time to make changes. The creating, what was it I said about reinventing yourself, changing? It's all about you, loving yourself. It says, okay, every day, this is an affirmation, every day I bring radical self-love to body, mind and spirit. Okay, so sometimes we feel we are not enough. Sometimes we're even told we are not enough by our own voice, the voices of others and our culture. Not smart enough, not pretty enough, not powerful enough, not talented enough, not good enough at what we choose to do, not ambitious enough, not experienced enough, not curvy enough. I'm going to stop there because it just goes on and on and on, and we don't need to be hearing it. Okay, so it's saying as a result, all of this makes us not love ourselves enough. Then there is the opposite, that we are too something. So too tall, too short, etc, etc. Again, I'm not going into it. We all know what goes round in our heads. We don't need these cards telling us to. Okay, so it's saying, please just stop, put your blinkers on, breathe, be with yourself, do ritual, speak to the goddess or whatever energy floats your boat, and ask for help. Yes, indeed, listen to any or all of the crazy misdemeanors that your mind may throw at you, but then hug these untruths like a crying puppy and soothe the reasons they are there. Know that you are doing the best you can right now. that you are not your past and you can soothe yourself, and most importantly, you can move on. Rebirth and transformation again. Know that this comparison craziness is just a diversion from knowing yourself really well and discovering amazing, delicious aspects of yourself that are entirely satisfying. Focus on you, not others, and discover where you really might like change, if anywhere or anything, for your own personal benefit, not for some outward measure of enoughness. True power and happiness comes from the inside out, like an unfurling spiral. Woe is the person who relies on the opinions of others to gain happiness and self-measure. Choose radical self-love. Choose you. And it also has a companion stone or metal, which in this case is rose quartz. As you will see, I have my rose quartz on there. That's my lapis lazuli. Where that, I have an underactive thyroid, so that is working for my thyroid. But we need your rose quartz. Now, I've just picked up on that. Both of those cards only had two. One card from each deck flew out, and both of those cards had the same thing of focusing on you, focusing on change. I can't find it now, but it was basically the message this new moon for us all is to focus on that change. Be who you want to be who you should be. Listen to your heart, feel it inside, and be it. Okay, time to transform your life into what you want it to be. Okay, so I hope that resonates with you. I wish you all the best of luck. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I'd be very grateful if you could subscribe as well. Hit the notification buttons, which basically means that as soon as I post a video, you should get a notification that it is there. That way you won't be missing any of the messages that need to come to you. So until next time, you take care. I wish you all the very best. Bye-bye.